What is going on, guys? So we got a little project I want to do on the bus today. This is going to be kind of a short video. It's just something, a little addition I want to make to the bus. You guys saw my last video. I added that cargo box on the back, and I said that I was going to, I have my road trip coming up, so during that video with the cargo box, I said I was going to be kind of showing you guys, there's going to be a few videos coming up of me working on the bus, because I've got a bunch of stuff I got to do before that road trip. So this is going to be a short video. This is a very small project, but I wanted to film it anyway just to show you guys what I'm doing. So let's step up inside the bus real quick so I can show you what we're going to be working on. So today's project is going to be a simple one. If you guys remember from my update video on the bus, you guys know that this is where I keep my power. This is where all my power station is, my power unit, all my wiring, all my power components for the bus. So one thing we're going to be doing today is I'm actually going to be adding a vent fan onto this door. Nothing too crazy. Like I said, this is a very simple project, something that's gonna be really helpful. Let me explain what's going on. So right now we're in the middle of the summer here in Arizona, and it does get a little warm in the bus. The roof gets kind of warm. Today's not really a hot day, but we've been having some like triple digit days, and it's been getting kind of hot. And even a couple times during the spring, it got a little warm in my power unit. A couple times overheated on me. So and it's mainly because it's closed in here. It's closed up inside this little compartment, and when the roof gets hot, we're in the sun, triple digit weather, it does get a little warm in there. Let me show you what I've been doing before to kind of help out with this issue. So what I have to do is I actually have to pull my TV. If you guys see, my TV moves, and if you guys look, the power unit, I don't know if you can see back there, but the power unit and all the wiring and all the power components are in there. And what I have to do is I have to move that TV out of the way, and then I have a circulation fan here. This is for circulating air through the bus. Normally when the power unit gets too hot, I normally have to turn this in like this, so it points back there, and the power unit back there and all the components can get ventilation. So another thing I do also I'll also prop this door open. So like when I'm driving, if it gets too hot, I'll prop this door open, or when I'm parked, I'll just have this door propped open. So this actually really helps, especially when I have that circulating fan blowing through here. This helps really well. But here's the thing, guys, this is just an inconvenience. I don't want to do it this way anymore. I don't want to be having to drive with this door open. I've hit my head on it before. I don't like it being open. I don't like having to move the TV or use my circulating fan. It's just very inconvenient. So I picked up I'm going to show you guys in a second what I picked up to do this project. So actually, you know what, let me just show you what we picked up now. It'll just be easier. That way we can just get going on it. This is what we picked up right here. It's just a little vent fan. Let me just start by showing you. It comes with a little, with a speed controller on it. And let's see if I can get this out one-handed. All right, guys, I had to come back and pull it out of the box. That was a little difficult to get out of the box one-handed. So I just picked up a little vent fan. These are made for like sheds or anything, you know, a shed or garage or unit, or you know, anything like that, storage unit. This only weighs a few pounds. Because one thing I want to make note is this door is just where we're going to be mounting it is just plastic. It is pretty strong plastic, but I didn't want something too heavy that was going to mess this door up or rattle around too much. So getting this fan was actually, when I researched it, the weight was a big decision in it. So this only weighs about 4 pounds maybe, and it's actually a pretty strong fan. It's going to this fan's going to do way more work than it needs to do. So one thing I forgot to mention, guys, is I bought this fan on Amazon. I got it for about $26 after tax and shipping. I got it within 2 days, so it's right on Amazon. I'll see if I can post a link in the description for if this is something you guys might want to use in your rig, or maybe a project you're working on. So I just want to cut in and talk about that real quick, because I forgot to mention where I got the fan and how much I paid for it, because I needed to keep this project a very low budget. This wasn't something I wanted to spend a whole bunch of money on. So $26, about $26 after, 26 and some cents after tax and shipping, and that's it, and I got it on Amazon. So let's get back to the project. I need to start by getting this door pulled off. Not a problem. It's just four screws right here, and this door is going to come right off. In fact, let me show you right now. If you guys can see, I've actually I went ahead before filming, and I went ahead and I traced out the spot for the fan. So I literally just have to cut this hole out right here and do the 4 holes for the mounting screws, and then just put the door back on. So I'm going to start by getting this door taken off. and I'm gonna get that hole cut so we can get this fan mounted. So right now I'm just gonna go ahead, I'm just gonna get started on it. To do, I'm gonna need my Dremel for cutting the hole. Screw gun, this is just for getting the door off and screwing the mounting bolts for the fan in, and then a pair of pliers, and I might need a couple zip ties. I'm not sure if I'm going to need those. So fairly simple job, only a couple tools. This job's probably only going to take about maybe 10-15 minutes. So I'm going to get on to getting that door pulled off now and get that hole cut. There we go, guys. Got the door off. So literally just 4 screws is all it took to get this off. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get outside now, and I'm gonna use my Dremel to get this hole cut out, and then we can go ahead and make sure the fan fits in there, and I can get this back up here. All right, guys, so you can see I've got the screws, the mounting screws or holes are drilled out. I got the center part cut out for the fan. Here's the piece that came out of it. Excuse the mess. It's very messy cutting plastic. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna actually go inside, go grab the fan, and I'm gonna go ahead and mount the fan into the panel out here, and then put it all together, and then we can mount the door, mount the door back up with the fan in it. So I'm gonna go grab the fan right now and get it put in. So we got the vent fan is now inside the door. Melvin says hi, by the way. He's been helping. We got the vent fan is inside the door. One thing to note is that the package of the fan did not come with mounting screws, so that was fun. Thanks, guys. But not a big deal. One thing, I always have extra nuts and bolts and screws laying around, so my toolbox I was able to find 4 mounting screws, so those are all in. So let's go. This is ready to go. All we have to do is just get this mounted, get this door mounted back in, and plug it in, and then of course this project's over. So let's go ahead and get this mounted back up. All right, guys, so you can see I got the vent fan is in, the door's mounted back up. It opens and closes just fine. You guys see, it doesn't hit anything. It's not hitting the power unit. The fan doesn't get in the way of anything. I still have to run the wires and run the control box, which we're going to do here in a second. But I wanted to show doors mounted, fans in there, everything closes up as it should. And you guys notice the door doesn't rattle around. So anyway, let's get down to, I'm going to get the control box plugged in and route the wire real quick, and then we'll turn this on so I can show you how it works. All right, so next we're going to be putting the fan control box on. This is to adjust the power level of it and how fast you spin. It's got a high, low, it's got an off, high, low, medium setting. So this fan at its highest, one thing if anybody's going to ask, because I do run off grid most of the time with my power unit and running off solar, this fan at its highest, at its peak power, uses 54 watts of power at its peak. I don't need, if you guys notice, I mean, open this up real quick. This is not a very big area. This fan is actually meant to, it said is meant to vent up to, I think it was like 350 square feet. This is not 350 square feet, guys. This is just a tiny little area. So this, I'm not gonna have to run this at full power at all. I have tested it already to see how loud it was. At full power, it's really not that loud. You guys can probably hear my vent fan right now. That's about how loud it is. Actually, maybe a little quieter than that. So anyway, let's go ahead and I'm just gonna, you notice the control box. You just plug it into just a regular outlet, and then the power cord for the fan just plugs right into the bottom of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I've got a little plug right here that for my little workstation here that I'm gonna be plugging this into, so I can have this control box easily accessible. That way I can not have the fan running out. I can turn it off, I can adjust it really easily. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this plugged, route the wire for the fan, get it plugged, get this plugged in, get the fan plugged into this, and then I'll come back and I'll show you guys the finished project and show you the fan working. All right, guys, I got all the wires are routed, the control box is mounted. I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera around now. We're gonna turn this on so you guys can see how it works. All right, so you see I got my little control box is mounted right here. We're just going to go ahead and just turn it on to high right now. And you guys can see there goes the vent fan. It's starting to work. So we'll go ahead and listen to it for a second. You know, like I was saying, I have my circulation fan turned off so it doesn't mess with the noise, because I want you guys to be able to hear this. So So let's go ahead and listen to it for a second. So that is it all the way on high. And then of course I can come down here and I can adjust it. Let's go ahead and put it on medium. And if you guys see, it's still spinning good, but listen to it. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. So as you can see, guys, it's completely silent now. I can't even hear that. So anyway, I think this works really good. Like I said, I've got the wires are all routed. Control box is right here. Very easy to access. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just turn this off for now. And so get one last look at it. And let me open it up real quick. So you guys can see the wire doesn't get in the way. It just runs right down into there. And we got the, here's the fan that's all mounted. So one thing I wanted to explain that I didn't explain in the beginning, guys, I'm going to eventually be adding a second of one of these power units in here. It's going to be right here. So, and then what this does is when these cooling fans are running, it's going to be with 2 of these units in there. So it's going to be getting a lot hotter in here with 2 of these units eventually. So having this fan is actually really going to help with that. And where it's mounted, it actually works really good because this fan where it's mounted is going to be hitting right into these cooling areas. And then I have other power computers, my 12 volt converter. I've got some other power units up here that are going to be getting vented. So my whole power station area is now vented. Now with that being done, guys, I now don't have to keep this door open. I don't have to keep I don't have to pull my TV out. I don't have to pull my circulating fan around and do that whole because that was just a pain having to do that. It was very inconvenient. I didn't like having to do it. So now with this vent fan done, guys, I can call this, this mounted, this project's done. My power unit's gonna be staying a lot cooler, and I'm actually very glad I finally got this vented. So that's it for this project, guys. Thank you for sticking around. And now that this is done, I just wanted you guys to see it and see what I was gonna be doing to solve this little issue that I was having. So thank you guys for sticking around, and we will see you guys in the next video.